We just got done watching the season 2 premiere of What If, and I had a wonderful time. I think they did a really good job with this season premiere. I love the detective vibe. I love all of that type of stuff. And I'm actually really sad that we haven't seen more detective like things happen in the MCU at all. This was a really good example of what they could do with that, especially with Nova and all of that. That was just, well, I mean, Nova's destroyed in the MCU, but I mean, it's just a really good example of what they could do with that detective type of vibe and trying to find out what's going on. We had that spy espionage vibe with Secret Invasion, and everyone can feel how they feel about that, but it still had that spy espionage vibe to it, and this definitely captured that detective vibe of trying to get to the bottom of it, of all these other things. And I really, oh man, it was just really cool. And Nebula is a perfect character to use in that way, to give a little bit of that nuance, to add a little bit of unsureness to the character, give the character a kind of more moral ambiguity. I think that's what I'm trying to look for, because of where they've came from to where they are now. So they know that they need to stand for what's right. And I just think that that was all constructed in a really good way. And putting, you know what I mean? Putting Groot, dang, I can't think of his name. Rock dude that Taika Waititi plays. I can't think of his name for some reason. But putting him with Groot and then the other person in rock, paper, scissors, all those little jokes that were going on, and then having Howard the Duck be the center focus of all of it. What a perfect type of blend of characters, all it together. And I think it just worked really well. I would really want to watch more of this, honestly. I think this would be a awesome way to explore this more of the space MCU type of vibe. And I know we can't really get another one of this, but it would be cool if we could. And hey, this is me telling the MCU to do more detective like things, because it works really well, and superhero detective stuff is awesome. I loved Gotham with that DC had on the CW. That was really cool. And I think this could capture a lot of those vibes. And if they did something like that in the MCU, I would be all for it. I mean, DC has the detective vibes down. I guess that's why Marvel doesn't really go towards it. Because, with characters like Batman and all these other characters, their main thing is being a detective. So I can understand why they may not do it. But here was an amazing example of a detective trying to figure something out and get to the bottom of it. And then, whoa, did Nebula look super badass by the end of that with Yondu's fin. Just really dope creative choices here to kind of just take all these different aspects of the Marvel universe and being able to throw them together and see what comes out. That's kind of what If is all about, is taking all these different aspects that we've already been introduced to in one project or another and putting them together and just creating something that's dope. And I think this is super dope, and this is a beautiful example of what we can get from these What If episodes. Because like I said, and again, these episodes are meant to be short. It's meant to happen fast. You're meant to have, one story in one cohesive moment. And I think they did a really good job with this one. Just using Yondu, all of that was just a really good blend. Even using the Supreme person or whatever, and then bringing in Jan Rog. What a good way to just use your resources that you have. Damn. So this made me super duper excited for what we're going to get for the rest of the MCU. I had a great episode I had a great time with this episode, and I hope you guys had a great time with this episode. Let me know in the comment section down below, how are you feeling about it? Let me get a 1 in the chat if you liked this episode. Let me get a 2 in the chat if you didn't. Let me get a 3 in the chat if you're not sure how to feel just yet.
If you guys would like to support Marv Bros, all you gotta do is visit our website at www.marvbros.com and buy some merch. Represent the superfan.
Or you can join our Patreon to get early access to content, patron-only scoops, giveaways, private Q&As, and those sacred watch parties.
We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next one.
Excelsior.
On today's pop culture news update,